Hello. Right. See, there's people here already. This is absolutely wonderful. Thanks everyone for coming in. Gosh, comments already going right up off the screen. Well, that's fantastic. So Beverly Spencer is here. Good evening. Erin, Son, Kat M, Alina Virani, Adrienne, and April. And there's some more off the top of the screen that I can't actually see. But hello, Adrienne. Hello, all of you. So, oh, Alina, death of your family members. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear about that. Goodness me, that's an awful thing to go through. Well, my thoughts are with you. I'm sure all of our thoughts are with you, actually. So hello, Sam, and Kat May, yeah, as I've already said. Well, great to see everyone. And I hope we're going to have a good one tonight. I should think we probably are, actually. My drink of water in a cup with very rude words on it. Actually, I have to keep that cup turned away. I think that's what I'll have to do. It is actually a new moon, just about. It was a new moon yesterday, a bit over 24 hours ago. So it's sort of a new moon energy that we've got with us tonight. So I think I'm going to kick off with a moonology card, which is just for everyone watching, really, you know. And yeah, we'll see what comes up. We'll see what comes up. Alina, in spiritualism, right, we often, in the spiritualist churches, I mean, we often pray that those who've passed over will have a glorious awakening on the other side. And they're certainly in my prayers now. And that's what I'm praying for, because as horrible as the thing kind of seems and feels like, you know, they have actually gone to a much better place. That's, you know, I'm really sure about that. And I know that's a very hard thing to take in at the time when these things happen, but I'm sure they're, you know, in a better place. And eventually you'll get to, you know, you'll get signs basically that'll let you know they're still around, because they never actually leave us. You know, the soul just goes from the body into a much higher vibrational rate, which we can't actually see. Seems kind of dark in here tonight. I'm not sure why that is. Let me just... Oh, well, just one of those things. Got a darker screen tonight. But yes, they transfer to a higher vibrational rate. Everything we see has a vibration. Every color has a vibration, and that's why we can actually see things and colors and people when they're in their physical bodies. But the soul has a much higher vibrational rate, so we can't actually see it. And they do step back from our lives because, you know, we've got to make the best of the world as it is now, basically. But they're never far. They're really never far, you know. So, yeah, my thoughts are with you, Alina. So, Seascape is here. Good evening. And Basha is here as well. A while back, I applied to adopt a dog named Marcus, but never heard back. I reapplied today. Oh, I'll tell you, I'll pull you a card about that at the moment, in a moment, Basha. But right now, card for absolutely everyone watching. This one comes up a lot from this deck, but you've seen me shuffling it. I had a good old shuffle there. New moon in Leo, and it wasn't. But it is a new moon, and it's the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Okay, that's what it's telling you. The North Node is about where you're going. The South Node is about where you came from. Really, so you've got to keep on that journey. You've got to go forward, really, whatever happens. And it's important to take that attitude, because life goes forward, whatever happens too. That's, you know, that's absolutely inevitable. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow will be different too, today, in one way or another. Tiffany T, hello from Cedar Rapids. Way, brilliant to meet you. And that's in Indiana, is it? Wow, it's great to meet people from all over the world, and the States is such a big place. I keep meeting people from different parts of the States, and it's great. Oh, now, Sam, yeah, which of the cats is that? That is Tinkerbell. She's the semi-wild one, and that's her on her first birthday. She's still a kitten in that, really. She's like less cute than that. Sometimes she's more cute than that, but most of the time she's less cute than that now. Oh, Iowa. Sorry, I've got to get used to the abbreviations as well. We're in Iowa, Tiffany. Well, thanks so much for coming. And Marty Morrow is here from the US as well. Brilliant. Wendy K. And Canada is in the house now. I've never been to USA, but I have been to Canada. I went to Toronto when I was about 15, and I got arrested for jaywalking. And I rode a bicycle, and sometimes I rode it on the wrong side of the road because I'm so used to the UK roads. But hey, great to see everyone. Susan Owen is here from Maryland, and we have another friend from Maryland who sometimes pops in, actually, so maybe she'll join us tonight too. Sunny Delight is here. I hope I've got your name right. Carla Rutherford, and hello from Duluth, Minnesota, the Great Lakes Superior. Amazing. Right, absolutely amazing to have you guys all with us. So I'm actually going to do something for Basher now, okay? And just try and put those cards somewhere that they won't actually spill. And let's see. It's an animal question, so we'll use messages from your animal spirit guides. Earth Mama, hello to you. We were talking on the chat the other night. Great that you could make it. Marcia Humble from New Mexico. Maybe it's Marcia. Sorry, I'm not too good with words like that. But Marcia, really nice to see you. My other cat, actually, not this one in the picture up there. Not that. That's Tinkerbell. But I have another cat who's the one that says thanks for watching at the end of my upload videos, and her name is Marcy. Great stuff. Tiffany says, no worries, I've been recently introduced to your channel by my mum, Marcia, in New Mexico. Absolutely. Oh, great. Well, I adore you too, Tiffany. Wonderful. Donna is in pajamas in St. Louis. In St. Louis, or is it St. Louis? Who knows? I've got a recording of an organ that's in Christchurch Cathedral in St. Louis, actually, Donna. I absolutely love the sound of it. It's made as a copy of a really old kind of French organ that they don't make anymore. So Philip is here. Good evening to you. Got a pot of tea. Great. I've got a pot of water, actually, but I did have lots of tea today because, yes, it is indeed a British thing. Debbie Fitzsimmons is with us. Great stuff. And Erin Sun says, the Moonology card is right on. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone throughout the next week. Wow. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that, Erin Sun. I really do. You know, the whole world is kind of getting ready to step out of our comfort zones at the moment. That seems to be how it's going, because the vaccine is out there, and there's a lot of controversy about the vaccine, but there's no doubt that the world is going to be opening up pretty soon, and it's going to be pretty strange for a lot of people. Less so for me, I'm happy to say, because I live away from the world most of the time, but it's going to be super nice to be able to go out and do stuff again. So I'm just going to scroll up and find Basher's message, okay? Because Basher was asking a question there. A while back, I applied to adopt a dog named Marcus, but never heard back. I reapplied today. Do you think they'll pick me now? Well, for some reason, I was drawn to pull an animal cover because it's an animal question I get. And here's the card I've got. I hope this will tell us something about it. We shall see. Humpback whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. I'm not picking up an awful lot about Marcus at this point, but I'm sure that's good advice for you, Basher. It's probably good advice for everyone, actually. But this whale, if you see, there's its head up there. There, that's right. The camera flips things. I'm never sure. There's the whale's head there, and there's its tail. But if you imagine that was a dog's head, it looks a bit like a dog walking this way across the card, does it not? So I'm going to say, you know, it looks to me like it's happening, okay? They are definitely seriously considering it. It's great, actually, in a way that you've never heard back, because that says to me that it's not that they've decided against you, you know, they're just kind of keeping you waiting, keeping you guessing, really. And I don't think they're doing it on purpose either. But look how this, if you just imagine this humpback whale was actually a dog and the bit at the top was its head. It's really striding, and I was seriously drawn to this card for you. I know it's a bit crazy because it's the humpback whale card, but there you go. It's saying something about well-being there. So it looks as if Marcus is all meant to be kind of part of your well-being and part of bigging all that up. Yeah. Charlotte O'Keefe is here. Great to see you, Charlotte. And she's saying, hi, Andy. Loved seeing you on Celtic Tarot and Whimsy. Yeah, I really loved doing that show, actually. And I know there's a few people here tonight already who've come because of that show. So thanks very much for coming, guys. Do please hit the subscribe if you haven't already. It's always good for that one to be going up. It really is. Carla Rutherford, Dear Twig Brother, I would like to know what my spirit animal is. Thank you, kind sir. Well, thank you, kind madam, Carla Rutherford. Here we go. I've still got the animal deck in my hand, so we'll go with this one. And I won't just do a card. I'll kind of tune in and focus on it a bit as well. Okay, and thanks for joining us, by the way, Carla. Okay, what I've got here is honeybee. Okay, Carla, this is for you. Now, I'm not totally convinced that your spirit animal actually is a honeybee, but you can have more than one spirit animal, and I'm sure that the bee is definitely part of your spirit guidance. It says here, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Okay, so as I look at this, what I'm seeing more than anything, right, is it's as if the frame around this honeybee and the card, which I finally got my finger to follow around backwards after all, is in turquoise, and that's all about kind of getting your message out, speaking your truth, really. That's what it's about. But it does involve getting out, you know, and there's also a lot of green then in the border around that. So I'm going to say, Carla, is the best way to tune in to your spirit animal is actually to go out into nature, you know, and just drop down into that meditational space. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, actually. Just kind of, you don't absolutely have to close your eyes, but it helps a lot. And you sort of tune out the world around you, and you tune into the silence behind the noise of this world, if you like. And that's when you start knowing stuff. The Native Americans say that if you do that, an animal will approach you, if that's your intention, you know, and the animal that approaches you is your spirit animal. So that is the way to find out. But the card on that one, Carla, is the honeybee card there. Okay. Seascape, loved you with Sheila and Whimsy. I have a rescue dog. She has been with me for 2 years. What does she think of me? Does she like being family? Okay. Okie dokie dokie. I think that's a good one for the Cosmic Tarot, actually. So we'll answer that with the Cosmic Tarot. Now, guys, there are many more people with us tonight, and that is absolutely wonderful. But we've almost got double the number of people we had last Sunday. And it's just possible that I'm not going to be able to answer absolutely everyone's question as we go on. Okay, but do remind me, and I'll try and answer as many as I possibly can. I try to avoid just pulling a card, 2 words, and moving on, you know, to give a bit of meaning to it. So let's just scroll back up a teeny bit there. Okay, and this is for Seascape. And my mouse isn't working very well, so I've lost it. Okay, Seascape. Rescue dog. She has been with me for 2 years. What does she think of me? Does she like being family? And I'm going to pull a tarot card of all things on that. And the card I've got is the Sun. Now, this did actually come up the very last time I used this deck, Seascape, but I had a right good shuffle there. And I did shuffle after that reading as well, just to kind of change the energy. So we've got the Sun here. And I think that says it all. That is so positive, you know. You're like, almost like the sun in the sky to this rescue dog. Now, rescue dogs come from all kinds of situations. Sometimes they've had happy lives and the person's passed away or had to move away or something like that. I don't know the circumstances, but I do actually feel, Seascape, that your rescue dog did actually have quite a bad time, you know, and I'm always sorry when I think of that, because it's a shame we don't treat our animals better, generally speaking. I know you guys probably treat your animals really well, but I just mean generally in the world we don't look after our animals as well as we should. So, you know, she still feels that sense of relief that things are better, most certainly. And I'll show you the card again. It's the Sun, and this childlike energy here is great. And the Sun is a card that says, you know, everything's good. It's time for things to get good. Everything's ready to be good. So she thinks very positively about you, Seascape. That's what we're saying. That's what we're seeing there. And that's what I'm saying. So thanks for your question. Good evening, Salma, by the way. Nice to see you. I was in the middle of stuff as you came in. Marcia Humble says, will I buy a house in this city I am in, or will I look elsewhere? Okay. Now then. Okay, let's see what we've got. Judgment. Right. Now then, this card, as much as anything, means that something is going to actually happen, okay? But it is definitely hanging in the balance as well, Marcia, okay? You're going to have a choice to buy a house in the city that you're in. I believe you're actually going to look elsewhere as well. I actually think you're going to do both there. At this moment, there is a house in your city that would, I imagine, suit you. That's what I feel, it suits you, this place. But I think you're going to look further afield as well. I don't think you're going to be able to stop yourself from looking further afield. Whether you'll buy elsewhere or not, I don't really know. But the choice is going to be yours. You're definitely going to have a choice. Because this card, judgment, is a very ancient meaning of the word judgment. And a lot of it is actually using your own judgment. So, Marcia, you are actually going to work that one out for yourself. I can see you moving more central. I don't know where New Mexico is in America exactly, but if you're closer to the west coast, you're going to move a little bit towards the east. If you're closer to the east coast, you're going to move closer to the center, a bit more towards the west. So it's a move towards the center of America. Okay, don't know about Central America, that's a different thing altogether, but more towards the center of the country. Okay, now then, let's keep on going. There are new comments, see, and I miss them if I don't keep on looking. Right, so Tiffany says, yay, Mum, get hold of that realtor. That's the thing to do. Yeah, Philip, you're sitting back and enjoying it. Thanks, mate. Hey, I'll do you a card later, Philip, though, if I can get you in there, because you've been a great supporter of the channel. I'm going to try and do one for everyone who wants one, actually, as we go along. So, right. Okay, Marty Morrow, any messages from my ex-husband? Okay, right. I'm actually going to use tarot again, but I'm going to use a different deck for this one. For this one, I'm going to use Tarot in Wonderland. Okay, it's just, you know, I don't know why. I think it's more to do with me and my energy and my guides and the way we work than to say that this is actually a spiritualist tarot deck. That's not really how it goes. But it's a deck I use very often when we're talking about messages from the other side. Marty, before I even pull a card, he's close to you, and I've got this feeling on the top of my head, which is my spirit guide telling me that he does actually communicate with you, and it's in the time of sleep. Okay, because this is the crown chakra up here. This is where we link to the spirit world. So you do have a link. Okay, he is close. He's seeing, he tells me he's seeing what you're going through. Okay, now, I don't feel you're actually going through a bad time. I don't think that's what he means at the moment. At least I certainly hope that you're not going through a bad time. But he sees you going through things like you're going through the house, making changes, sorting things out. That, you know, going through things in that sense. That's what he's telling me. Message-wise, this is the card I've drawn. It's number 14 in the Major Arcana. So it's quite an intense one, being Major Arcana. And it is the Temperance card. And that is an invitation, really, to be on your best game, Marty. Okay. In the book, it says a long list of words and poise and things like that. Be the best Marty you can be at the moment. All right. There is a situation coming up. I believe it's going to be next week, from what I'm being told. And just try and be on the top of your game. Okay, Marty. Try and get as much sleep as you need, not any more than you need, really. But and as you're kind of going through things in the house, sorting things out in the house, be prepared to go through your mind a bit, sort things out in your mind. Put the past aside, okay? The past is very much gone. Your future is coming up, and something's happening next week. I feel around Thursday next week that's going to make a difference. So I hope that's taken you somewhere, Marty. But I promise you he's around, okay? I can say that without any doubt, because they absolutely always are. Bathrobe Tarot, Danny Shea is here. Hey, Danny. And good to see everyone. Good to see you too, Danny. I watched your video that you put up this morning. It's the Sunday morning read you did. Enjoyed that one. Guys, if you never happen to have met Bathrobe Danny or watched any of the Bathrobe Tarot videos, check out that channel, right? He's got a lovely energy, you know, and good readings, good serious readings as well as that, you know, and the two things definitely go together. Christina A. Andy, what should I focus in when it comes to my relationship with my boyfriend? Okay, staying with this deck, actually. Right, ooh, here we go. It is the 8 of Swords, Christina. So, right, what you've got to think about is, do you want to leave or not? That seems to be the question at this point, right? I don't feel he's going to be changing anytime soon. Okay, there's also a psilocybin mushroom or two in this image, which suggests kind of a mental journey. You know, it's really to do with magic mushrooms is really what it's actually saying. But that's like a metaphor, you know, for what's actually going on in your lives and in your relationship at the moment. So spiritually, see if you can get your heads together. See if you can work things out, because at this moment, Christina, I have this strong feeling that for the best of reasons, right, it's as if you're papering over the cracks, a bit like when parents stay together for the kids. It doesn't always work out, you know, and if there's something fundamentally wrong, you don't have to split up. You just have to, because it's not him you're tied to, I'm realizing now. It's something that exists between you that you could work out, you know. It doesn't need to be a problem. And that's the thing to focus on, is keeping it as real as you can, Christina. Hope that helps you, my friend. We got lots of friends with us tonight, so I'm kind of moving on quickly, but I do hope that's giving you something. I really, really do. Erin O'Nugent is here. Big, beautiful hello, Twig Brother. What a crowd. Delightful. Yeah, it is. It's great, isn't it? I'm loving it. We've got 56 people online. That is great. That's like 20 more than usual. And let's hope it keeps on going. Judy Gagini. Danny is a great reader. Absolutely agree with you there. And yeah, here we go. I'm just scrolling up and down. My mouse is absolutely being rubbish tonight. Okay, yeah, and yeah, as Erin Sun says, please visit Danny. It's worth a visit if you've never sort of met him before. Sharon Lee is here. Andy, any sense of what month I will get a job? Right. I'm actually going to use the tarot cards again. I'm going to see what number we get. That's what I've just been told to do. Flirty Butterfly, afternoon to you. Very good afternoon to you. It is actually 29 minutes past 10 p.m. in UK, but this is when the tarot comes to light for me, under cover of the night, as it were. Card dropped out. That must be the one. Okay. It is the 2 of Pentacles. And so a good deal of juggling going on in that, you know. It's always hard to keep the balance, but you keep the balance in the end with this card. But what I'm really focusing on here is the 2, and so that's going to be the second month. So that's either February, or now we're in March. It's either February or May. Let me just ask the Pendulum of Destiny, and we'll use this one. Is that going to be February, or is that going to be May coming up? Is it February, please? Looks like a circle. Is it going to be May, please? Wow, it looks like we're saying next February, Sharon. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, that is a long time. I hope that's okay with you. But hey, there we go. Just got to say at this point, friends, for entertainment purposes only, okay? I totally believe in this, and I realize that most of you guys do as well. There's no way I would ever insult the wisdom or the integrity of the cards, the spirit guides, the pendulum, or anything. But I have to say, for YouTube's sake, entertainment purposes only, okay? And of course, no guarantees with anything. Yeah, it is a long time, Sharon, and I'm kind of sorry to see that. I tell you what, though, there's going to be different temporary things on the way to that for you, Sharon, because I get the feeling that I'm seeing you as quite a hard-working person, like you've got a hard-working frame of mind. You want to kind of keep going, basically. So there will be work for you, okay? It's just, talking about a new job is when we're looking at next February. Okay, so totally hope that helps you, and I wish you all the best with that journey. It's a serious journey looking out for new work as well. Don't I know it? Gosh. Right, let's do some more scrolling. Okay, Debbie Sullivan, looking for love at 69. Any luck in my near future? Wow. Let's have a look what we're going to do. Tarot of the Sephiroth. I think this is the one. I'm chopping and changing between decks a lot, but that's how I roll. I've got all these decks. Might as well use them, eh? And each deck has a slightly different take on each card. That is the benefit of it. But Debbie Sullivan, looking for love at 69. Any luck in my near future? Well, first thing I got to say, Debbie, is, well done. Because I'm 57 and I've more or less given up on it. I'm just too knackered. I really am. But here we go. Look, 4 of Swords. Now, that is kind of, that's fairly promising. It's 4 square. We've got the angel number actually showing up there. And the energy of this card is Libra energy. We've got the Libra symbol at the bottom there. So apart from the fact that that's drawing us towards the idea of Libra, and that is an air sign, and the swords are all about the air signs, we've got the idea that it might very well be a Libra who you end up meeting. Okay. Now then, let me see. The other side of that is this the near future or not? I feel it's going to take some time, because the card that I've ended up drawing for you, Debbie, has the image of the future right at the back of the card, right at the back of this circle. And it kind of looks as if it's a long way away, right? I think, let's ask my spirit guides now. Quite a bit later in the year, Debbie, all right? And I've also got to tell you that it's someone you already know, and you've probably thought, no way, but you're going to see a new side. You're going to see a different side to someone you already know, and that is going to make you think. Okay, but it looks lucky for you. 4 of Swords, there'll be a lot of thinking about that to do. Absolutely, it's going to be... it's going to shake your world up, it's going to shake your world up, but it's never impossible. And I'm actually going to take heart from that as well. Maybe I'll get lucky at some point. Hi, Jess. Jessica Waddingham is with us. And hope you're good. I hope you're good too, Jess. And could I have a reading, please, based on whether what is happening to me is for my greater good? I can't specify, but hoping you can get some answers. If not, no worries. Well, good of you to say that, Jess. Thank you very much. But let me have a look. Let me see what's actually happening here. And I think what we need at this point is Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light deck. Okay. Oracle as well as Tarot. The energies are great. The cards never lie, whichever one you look at, really. Whichever deck you pull, whatever you're actually looking for. So let's have a shuffle here for Jess and see, what's actually happening. Or at least, well, we'll see if it's for the greater good, as you've asked, but we'll see if we can take a look into what's happening as well. Okay. Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Looks like that's for the greater good to me, Jess. It says obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Now then, as I'm reading that, Jess, what it is with you at the moment, I'm pretty sure, because I've done readings for you, email readings and, lengthy readings that we've done sort of together in the past. So I feel I'm pretty well tuned into this, Jess. And what's happening is cords are being cut. And that's why it's confusing. It's never the easiest thing in the world to cut cords, but cords are actually being cut. That's what's meant by obstacles being removed. And that's the wider meaning of Ganesh. Ganesh says yes, and Ganesh says that yes is going to be happening in your life. And to say yes to some things, you got to start saying no to other things. That's the truth. But Ganesh is great energy. Elephants are fantastic spirit animals, and Ganesh is just like the absolute god of the spirit animals. He's an amazing energy. So that's what I'm picking up for you there, Jess. Got to keep going with the flow, my friend. That's the thing to do. Keep on going with the flow. So important to do that. So, Jess, I'll give you that with the love of the guides and the cards and me and everyone in chat here. I'm going to come to Julie Gagini. Andy, may I have a message concerning going back to the classroom to teach? COVID kept me away and I miss it. Or should I consider doing something else? Retired here. Wow, Judy, I'm really drawn. I get drawn to different words in what people write into the into the chat there, you know, and what I'm really seeing is retired. And I get the feeling, Judy, that you're actually pretty happy to be retired at the moment. Obviously not completely happy with that, or you wouldn't be wondering about going back to the classroom in the first place. But I am being told, you know, don't be afraid to take a rest, Judy. It's really, really weird when you first retire. I have a disability and I retired from life when I was about 26. So I really get it. You know, the first couple of weeks, it's like a holiday. After that, it starts getting pretty difficult, you know. So let's see what we've got for you by way of a card. Okay, Kalimar, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Okay, Judy, this is giving you, you know, being retired is giving you more chances to tune in spiritually to yourself and the spiritual side of yourself. But it's also saying this is your chance to soar, and you don't soar anywhere. S-O-A-R, by the way, not like sawing wood. Like soaring, rising, you know, you don't do that unless you actually make some move in the world. Now then, if you really want to get back to the classroom and teach, do look into it, my friend. Okay, what I'm being told is there's no reason why not. I believe that the last establishment that you worked for would actually be very glad to have you back as well. So talk to them, really. Talk to them, okay? In terms of considering doing something else, that's not really what I'm being shown, you know. That would, I mean, yes, but that would be part of you being retired. And I do actually feel that when you do go back to work, it's likely to be part-time, you know, not as many hours as you had before. So you are actually going to have time to do something else. So you're going to get the best of both worlds, Judy. You're going to be able to do both. Hope that helps. See more people coming in all the time. Great to see more people coming in all the time. Judith Tiras. Oh, it's like a Greek name, I think. Is it Judith? Judith Tyros Fotis. I've pronounced it really badly. But hey, nice to meet you. Welcome. Thanks so much for looking in this evening. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to all the new people who are around at the moment. This is wonderful. If you didn't see it, I was on the remote view with Celtic Tarot Sheila and the great Dr. Whimsy on Friday, and I've met lots of new friends since then. So great to meet you guys. And you are dear to me too, Judy. You really are. So, you know, hit the old subscribe button and stick around, Judy, and everyone, because there are more things coming in all the time in terms of messages, more readings coming in all the time to make the most of those messages. That's how it goes. That is how it rolls. Where's the box there? I'll get surrounded by boxes as I go through the video. Okay. Right. Now then. Adrian's saying, please thumbs up the channel. Yeah, please do. Those thumbs up make a big difference, actually. They make a big difference. Yeah. Right. Jess, that's fitting to your situation and reassuring. Great. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Jess. And thank you for bringing your energy to this session that we've got going here this evening. Okay. Judith is asking, will my daughter and granddaughter and I be able to go to Greece to reunite with our family there? Right. I'm going to start off with the pendulum, and I'm going to use this pendulum. This is green aventurine, and it tells us a lot about journeys, either spiritual journeys or physical journeys. So Judith, this is for you about, will your daughter and granddaughter and yourself be able to go to Greece to reunite with your family there? Right, we're getting a yes here. This pendulum does circles for yes, and it's a pretty clear yes as well. Thank you, pendulum, and thank you, guide of the pendulum. So the answer to that is a yes. That's what I've got here. But as I was doing that, Judith, I don't believe you'll actually all go out at the same time, but that will be a choice. You won't be prevented. No one's going to stop you all going at the same time, but there'll be an element of choice in this. And I actually feel, Judith, you might be the one who goes out there first. Yeah, but you don't go all at the same time, bottom line. But yeah, I see you reuniting with your family, most certainly. Let's pop the pendulum down. And let's just look a little more deeply into that with the tarot and just see what else there is, because I know it's not a simple yes or no that I've given you. And I did have a feeling I should pull a card on this. What we got, what we got, what we got, what we got. Okay. Right, 10 of Swords, but don't be alarmed, right? All this is saying is there's something that has to be sorted out before absolutely all of you can go there. It's a case really of having to face your fears, Judith, okay? I mean, the 10 of Swords is not a nice looking card, but it has everything to do with, a bit like the Death card, it's the end of one way of things being and the beginning of a new way of things being. Okay, so it's a big change, and that's why it's going to take time. I'm seeing a certain amount of facing your fears here. Someone in your family, either your daughter or your granddaughter, or maybe both of them, have a bit of a fear of traveling, particularly at the moment, all right? And I think that's to do with fears about not just COVID, but, you know, the whole airline industry and how much this stuff costs, and then how much it's going to cost to stay in a hotel if you have to quarantine and stuff like that. Some fears around money there. So it's a question of facing fears. But I got a real clear yes there from the pendulum. Okay, so it's going to happen, but you're going to kind of have a bit of a choice in that. And Judith says, exactly. Oh, that's for me. I hope I got it right. Philip, you're 63, mate. Yeah, do be very proud of your age, okay? You're 6 years older than me, and, you know, I just hope I've got the spiritual outlook that you've got in 6 years' time, you know? Age these days is a changing thing. It's a very different thing to what it used to be, you know? People used to have kind of time limits on everything. By the time you're 40, it'll be like this. When you're 50, it'll be like this. When you're 60, when you're 70, when you're 80, it'll be like this, that, and the other. Nowadays, we just keep living, okay? I feel like younger now than I felt in my 20s, actually. I had the weight of the world on my shoulders in my 20s. And nowadays, I could have the weight on my shoulders, actually, the weight of the world on my shoulders. But I choose not to. I choose to just keep going, you know? And by keeping going, I find I have a lot of fun. So, you know, Philip, yeah, be proud of your age, my friend. Sam is absolutely right there. Okay. Karen Nielsen, nice to meet you. Kira. So, Clara, sorry, I'm reading the chat wrong. I must get new glasses when the pandemic thing ends and I can go to the opticians again. Hi, Twig. I'm wondering, my youngest son will move closer to me. Right. Okay. He'd actually like to, Clara. That's as I'm shuffling the cards, that's what I'm picking up. He would actually like to. It's going to take a bit of time. Okay. I'm feeling towards the middle of the year, you know, sort of summer, really like August, midsummer to late summer. I think that's the time scale we're looking at here. Okay, and the card I've got for you is the High Priestess. And that actually means that you're ready for it to happen, Clara. That's the thing. With the High Priestess, you're ready to go on this journey. You can see the sea behind her face there, stretching off into the distance. And you don't know what's on the other side of the sea, but you are mentally prepared for it. I believe your son is, actually. And as a card about a situation, yes, I'm sure it's ready to happen, because right at the top there, we have got, let's get up close to my camera, right at the top there, we've got a yin-yang showing the two of you in balance. Yeah, there was something that wasn't in balance before that is in balance now. That's all I can say, Clara. Right? So, sounds wonderful. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. Friends, I just got to keep saying this, right? For in fact, go on, I'll type it in. Did it come out? Oh, I've got to do this now and again for entertainment. That's as YouTube. Oh, go on. I pressed send. Oh, it's gone up. Right. I thought it wasn't going to come out there. I'm just getting used to this new streaming setup, and I'm delighted with how clear the image is from the camera and how it's not breaking up. It's fantastic. It's made my room look a bit darker. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Okay, but right, so it's with Clara there. Now, guys, if I don't get to you to answer your question, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of, I like to try and give everyone an answer if I possibly can, but at the same time, I don't like to rush too much. You know, this is superhuman energy coming into a very unsuperhuman mind to be processed. So I have to give it time to come through. Flirty Butterfly. Hello, Andy. Hello, Flirty Butterfly. Flirt. Is the Taurus male sad that he can't spy on my friend because she deactivated her Facebook account? We talked about this last time, I think, did we not? She's deactivated her account. No. Ooh. That, you know, deactivating Facebook is not a bad thing to do, to be quite honest with you. I haven't deactivated mine because I've got so many friends on there. But, gosh, you know, there's a lot of intrigue around Facebook. And actually, I feel YouTube is quite a bit safer, and that's why I've built this up on YouTube and not on Facebook or Instagram. Also, I just love YouTube. Right, card on that. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces, and we have got a new moon at the moment. Right. It's not over between the Taurus male and your friend. Right, it's absolutely not over. It's very, very quiet at the moment, and I'm going with the energy of the new moon idea here. Okay, over the next couple of weeks, you're going to see some action there. Something's going to change. Is he sad about it, though? Well, let's find out. Let's find out. And this is the pendulum for sadness issues, among other things, but it's pretty good at sad. So we'll just let it stop twirling around and spinning for a second. And when it settles down, we'll get a yes or a no to that for Flirty Butterfly. Yeah, he's sad. He's sad. Okay. But he doesn't feel he can do anything about it yet. What's got to happen is there's got to be enough time go by for him to start thinking what happens if she ends up with someone else. And he's going to be super interested. Don't know whether she wants him to be super interested or not, but he's going to be super interested then. OV Timmy, good evening to you. Great to meet you. Lots of more people coming on all the time, and great to see everyone. Celtic Tarot Sheila, hello, and thank you, Sheila, for having me on the remote view. I've just got so many more people with me tonight, so many new friends. It is absolutely wonderful. So let's keep on going. Selena Gutierrez, I'm really bad at pronunciations. I'll get better at it, I'm sure. Hello, is my sister Y currently pregnant, or will she get pregnant this year? Right. Seriously, for entertainment purposes only. Okay, I stand by what comes out from my spirit guides, but particularly when it's a thing like a baby. Right, I've got a yes there. I've got a yes, right? But wait and see before you start buying baby stuff, Selena. That's all I've got to say there. But that is a yes, and it was a pretty clear yes as well. Okay. I feel around the fall time you're going to actually know about that, you know. I think that's when it's going to be. So not for a while yet, Selena, but I hope that answers your question. Sheila is at work, so just listening. Oh, great. Yeah, I love this white hoodie, actually. It sort of makes me look like a monk, doesn't it? Yeah. And it keeps me nice and warm as well. I do have other hoodies, though. Other color hoodies are available. Surav Gupta has a great pendulum question. Will Nikki, what have I done? Tapped something and the screen appeared. Right. Okay. Will Nikki call or message me soon? Right. Let's go with this one. Not soon. Not soon, right? She will, but not soon, Surav Gupta. Okay. Oh, that's not kind of too disappointing, but yeah, she will, just not soon. That was a very, very gentle kind of a yes that I got there. It was almost a no. Karen Nilsson, hello from Norway. Great to meet you. And yeah, wonderful meeting people from around the world. You know, Norway sounds like a great place to me as well, actually. Maybe I'll go there one day. That would be a fabulous thing to do. Okie dokie. So as Aaron's son says, Yeah, and there is the link to that show with Sheila and Whimsy. That was I had great fun with that show. Really enjoyed that one. Kathy Person, someone told me my house has bad energy and I had an entity clinging to me. Do you see that? Right, Kathy. I'm always a bit suspicious when people tell people things like that, to be honest, because what's she trying to do? Scare the life out of you? You know, it doesn't seem like a kind sort of thing to tell someone, really, that. And that's just making me wonder. Okay, I don't myself feel that your house has bad energy myself. Okay, it's more the entity that I'm focusing on at this point. Let's just see what the tarot has to say about that. Okay. Right, what we've got is we've got the Hanged Man, and that's number 12. And for a question like that, Kathy, what we've got here is there's a residual energy hanging around your house. Okay, and now there are many different kinds of spirit entities and many different ways they manifest. But what you've got is it's a kind of an imprint. Somehow it's as if a photograph has been taken by the stones in the house. See, houses are made of, there's always, even in a wooden house, there's always some kind of cement, some sheetrock, something like that. And stones always contain at least a small amount of quartz, and they are actually all crystals. Every stone is a crystal. Even if it's a brick, it's got sand in it, and somehow it's got a crystalline property about it. And crystals do hang on to energy. What you've got in your house is a bit like something that in the north of England, when I was a young lad, I used to go to Hadrian's Wall, which is a Roman wall built across the north of England to keep the Scottish out back in those days. And people often see an army of Roman soldiers marching along this wall, but they never go anywhere. Yeah, they're just marching along the wall. They never go anywhere. They never do anything to scare anyone. They're just there. You've got an entity, something like that in your house, Kathy, and that's why it's around you, all right? It's not clinging onto your energy. I don't feel it's sapping your energy, Kathy, but something is, and it could be concerns about that. So try not to be concerned about that. Got another card, 10 of discs, right? This is now... Some people associate that with money. I'm not promising that this is money, but it's definitely about abundance, Kathy. Something good is coming to you, and something for you to enjoy, something that's going to lift you right out of yourself is coming to you. All right, it's been coming to you for a while, and it's close now because we've got the 10 of discs card here. Okay, but don't worry about there being an entity in your house. Let me see if that concerns you. The thing to do is close your eyes, go into that meditational state, you know, and just like imagine a ring around you, and that ring expands and it pushes anything evil away. Okay, and that'll make absolutely sure. You just visualize that and believe it. Ask your angels to help if you want to, you know, and you can be sure that is going to just make things a whole lot better, because when you do that, either it clears off or it knows it's not allowed to, you know, cling on to your energy in any way. Okay, so yeah, I wish you the best with that. I don't feel there's anything evil about it, though. I really don't. And if you're really concerned that your house might have bad energy, get some nice crystals, something like that. Orgone is good. O-R-G, I'll type it in. Let's just type it in. O-R-G-O-N-E. Orgone, like that. Should be at the bottom of the comments now. Get some of that, okay? That really does great things to clear a person's house. And Kathy says, I got goosebumps when he told me something good is coming. Yeah. Sage in your house, great. Sage always helps, Kathy. Mind, the thing to do with sage is open a window afterwards or something that lets it out. When I smudge with sage, I open my fireplace up at the end and the wind sucks the sage out, you know, the sage smoke out. And you have the intention that the sage carries anything dark away with it. That works a treat, really. So, yeah, I hope that helps you, Kathy. Salma says, the best advice Andy gave is guided meditation every day to balance my chakras. I'm glad you appreciated that, Salma. That is just, that's great advice to give anyone, actually. But I really felt you needed it at the time. I get the feeling things are improving for you, Salma. I get the feeling it's pretty slow improvement, actually. But I get the feeling that improvement's coming. I really hope I'm right with that one. Hi to you, Twainer. Nice to see you. Yeah, good vibes indeed. That is the truth. That really is the truth. Okay. Marty Morrow, will I become a grandmother? Let's see. Not everyone does this with pendulums, but I hold my hand underneath it and I visualize sort of that I'm putting some energy there from my hand. And you know, the psychic forces, they need some energy to work with. This is why you sometimes go freezing cold, stony cold when you're actually working with guides or angels or the spirit realms. They need some physical energy to manifest. Okay, great big circle here, Marty. I think you are going to become a grandmother. I wouldn't be surprised if that's already happening, but no one's told you yet. Okay, but I've told you. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Let's keep going. Erin O'Nugent, what should I focus on for the upcoming week? Man, I'm happy to be here. Thanks, you've made my day already. Brilliant. Hey, you've made my day by coming. You've all made my day. You really have. And it's night time, but it's never too late to have someone make your day. What should I focus on for the upcoming week? Let's do you a card, Erin. Going to use the old faithful, the very old now faithful, Doreen Virtue Ascended Masters deck. The box is battered. Look at the state of the box. But as someone said the other week, the more battered the box is, the more good the cards have been doing. So here we go. Erin O'Nugent. What should Erin O'Nugent focus on for the upcoming week? Let's see what we've got. Okay. We'll turn over one of these cards and it will point you in the right direction, Erin. Right. Spiritual law of attraction, Melchizedek, depending where you are in the world. But he's the same person, however you pronounce his name, and he's holding up this Merkaba. He is very, very magical, Erin. So focus on attracting what you want, okay? And that is a real good thing to spend a week doing. It's a good thing to do every day, actually. But try and build that up, Erin. I'm sure you would understand when I say it's important to meditate on things. And I'm sure you would also understand when I say we attract our own future all the time. And that's the thing. Don't worry about what you're attracting for the next week or so. Worry about how you're attracting it or how you're going to attract it. Okay. If you make any plans, make sure you're kind of planning something that you really believe in, Erin. Okay, really kind of put your faith in yourself. That's the thing to do. Okay, and that would be a great thing to focus on for the upcoming week. Why was I drawn to say put your faith in yourself? Well, it's that law of attraction thing. The more you can love yourself, Erin, the more you just give off a different vibe if you can love yourself. Now, it's not been easy for you to love yourself. I feel sure about that. Actually, in quite recent times, but there's no reason why you shouldn't love yourself. You've got every reason to love yourself, Erin. Okay, you are who you are for a reason. That is absolutely true for all of us, absolutely all of the time. So try and be fearless, okay? Try and just be kind of fearless about what's coming up. And you know, I'm going to say focus on your wildest dreams in the future, but in terms of for the upcoming week, get in tune with that idea of attracting, you know, magical things to happen to you. They're much more likely to happen that way. So, Erin, thanks for your question. I totally hope that helps you. Salma, almost too late. I hope he answers your question. Okay. I can't see that question. I'm kind of looking for it now. All right, here we go. Does my dog have arthritis in one leg like the vet says, or is it something else? Right. What's come to me, almost too late, is that the vet is right. Okay, I know, you know, they're not always right just because they're doctors, just because they're vets, but I do feel that the doctor is actually right there. Right in the sense that your dog does actually have arthritis in one leg. I feel it's actually a front leg. I feel it's and my camera's flipped. This is my left shoulder that I'm drawn to. And I feel like the arthritis is at the top of the front left leg. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting. But in any case, right, whatever the vet says, don't feel like it's the end for your dog. Okay, there'll always be ways that your dog can be happy. I can see your dog actually also having a fairly active life ahead of it as well. Just don't expect too much, you know, but you know, it's not the end of your dog being happy and running about, you know. I really think your dog loves you a lot as well, almost too late. So thanks for your question. I really hope that helps. Christina A, good evening. Well, I find out I'm pregnant before my birthday this year. That, I guess, would be a nice birthday present if that was right. Quick drink of water. Don't think there's a card I can do for that one, but let's do the old pendulum again, okay? Now then. Right, it stood absolutely still there, which it's virtually never done, actually, Christina. So not before your birthday, okay, because then it kind of shook its head from side to side a little bit. Doesn't mean it won't be this year, though. That's what I'm getting coming to me from my inner guidance and from the guides around me. Doesn't mean that you won't get pregnant this year, but it looks like you're not going to find out before your birthday. That's what it looks like. And so I hope that helps. Sam, wow, 65 people watching. At this very moment, my thingy is showing me 62. But I'm just blown away by this. This is great. Usually it's been 20 or 30. And I do like the sort of community that's come together around this, you know. And as it grows, it's not going to be quite so easy to do cards and messages for absolutely everyone. But no worries, you know, because this is a great community of people we've got here. We've got good energy. It's always worth coming here, and it's always going to be worth coming here. So let's scroll up. Twainer, thanks for that. Yeah, please, if anyone wants to buy me or buy the channel a coffee, it's scrolling along the bottom there. And as Twainer says, Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Andy's readings. It's coffee, not Ko-fi, but it's the way they've spent it. And yeah, Danny, bye to you. Thank you so much for looking in, my friend. Looking forward to watching more videos of yours as I go through next week. Great channel. Bathrobe Tarot, Danny Shea. Thanks so much. See you again soon. I sincerely hope. Right. Okay. You look good today. Rose Summers, is that for me? Well, thank you. I think this kind of makes me look quite quite cosmic, really. Just white, you know. I do have several of these hoodies actually, and white is my favorite one, but it'll have to go and get washed. I don't know if it'll be dry in time for Wednesday because it's freezing weather here. But great to see you with us tonight, Rose, or today, whatever. Christina A, thank you for all the good wishes. I greatly appreciate it. Blessings to all of you. Yeah, blessings to you too, Christina. And yeah, it's a real nice atmosphere, you know. I think we're blessed. I feel blessed to have all these friends, you know, and everyone else, Danny. Almost, I don't see the coffee link. Oh, okay. It should be scrolling along the bottom of the screen, but maybe it isn't. I'm new to StreamYard. I might not have put it live or something, but it's ko-fi.com/Andy's readings, all one word. And I do believe I put it in the description under this video, actually. So, hey, Thanks for asking about that. And, thanks everyone who's sent me a donation through coffee in the past or tonight. It really makes a difference to me. Equipment costs money to do this. I don't like to bang on about it because I get to use the equipment for other things. But like at the moment, I'm just using this. Where is it there? This new microphone. And it was not a cheap microphone, but it makes things work really good. So, yeah, the coffee link is there, says Sam. Please use it, guys, if you don't mind. If you haven't got a lot of money, don't worry about it, okay? This is given freely, and you're welcome to it freely. It's just, if you'd like to contribute something, then please do. Cat May, could I have a card to start off my birthday week? Of course you can, Cat May. And I've got the wrong deck in my hand. I've been told for Cat May to use this one. Okay. Ooh. Right, one just fell out. Makes it a lot easier to shuffle when they just fall out like that. Cat May, Warrior Woman. This is a lot like the Ace of Swords, actually, in a big way, actually. Have you answered your deepest calling, Cat? That's the thing to think about. And I know you are someone who listens to your kind of spirit guides and whatever's going on with your angels. I know you take notice of it. So I'd be pretty surprised if you haven't answered your deepest calling at all. But focus some more on that, Cat. You're going to have to be a bit of a warrior woman. And part of that is going to be doing battle with your own self as well. Okay? So I wish you a great week ahead. And, of course, we'll be chatting next Saturday, will we not? I'm looking forward to that. Right. Okay. Debbie Fitzsimmons, I'm talking about the third eye. The neighbour said she sees hers, but it's like a dark tunnel and has a drape type thing blowing around. Well, you were talking to Salma. Happen, it's none of my business. But Debbie, she will have to, or anyone would have to, just keep working on the third eye, okay? These things don't work out overnight. These things don't easily hang together, to be quite honest. But the more positive energy your neighbour puts into that, the clearer it's going to get for sure. And Erin, thanks for reminding me to drink more water. Yeah, that is always helpful. I'm going to have some now, actually. A nice drink of water from my very, very naughty swearing mug that I'm not putting in front of the camera because it says rude things. Tiffany T, any messages from my dad? Okay. Right, well, yeah, Tiffany, one of the reasons you're asking me that, I believe, is because you've got a choice to make. It's a choice or a decision. You've got to go one way or the other about something. And what I'm getting when I try and tune in and ask if I can, hear from your dad, please, what I'm getting is... yeah, you're looking for information to help you decide something, okay? You're not really going to be any the wiser. You might find out some information, but it's going to still leave you guessing. You're going to have to make a guess, okay? So try and make your best guess. That's why I said best, because I was going to say best guess. Going to have to make your best guess, Tiffany. That's what's coming. Also... right, it's important to go ahead and make this decision, Tiffany, and get this thing decided, because at the moment, he says you're sort of blowing in the wind, and the answers to things blow in the wind. Absolutely, for sure they do. But yeah, try and get some consolidation going on, Tiffany. Try and kind of make a firm decision. That is what is coming in that way. So thanks for your question. Twainer is asking, how will things be for me between now and the end of April? Okay. Oh, it's careful how I say this, right? What I've got is more calm. Okay. So when I say karma, I don't mean karma, with a K. I mean calmer, Calmer. Things will be calmer for you between now and the end of April. Let's do your card, see what we get. Oh, on the floor again. Right, 5 of Wands. Okay, so when we get a 5, there tends to be a lull of energy, Don't be afraid to leave things hanging in the balance, trainer, really. Allow yourself to calm down a bit. There's going to be no harm in you taking life a bit easier between now and the end of April. That's the truth. And only you can really govern how calm things are going to be. So detach from drama, trainer. That's the message there. Okay. Whatever's going on at the moment will eventually sort itself out. You don't have to be the one to do it. Okay. Let other people sort things out around you, and let the community carry you a bit as well. Those words are coming to me for you, Twainer. So a more calm month and a half or so till the end of April. That's what we're looking at there. Okay, right. Hope to God I haven't got detached retinas. I'm getting like flashy images in front of my eyes at the moment, and they're not from spirit. I recognize the ones from spirit. I might have to do something with my screen. I don't know. Maybe it's because I watch too much YouTube. Let's keep looking for Geraldine Bailey. Love listening to you. I'm almost 68. Will I find true love? No reason why not, Geraldine. I'm glad you love listening to me. I love listening to me as well. That's why I do this. I like the sound of my own voice. Right. So a card for you, and what we've got here, and Geraldine, I hope you kind of understand that in the tarot, this doesn't mean anybody's going to die. Quite the opposite. There are other combinations of cards that might say that. This is death of the old self, death of the old ways, birth of the new ways. Something new comes along. So this character's got his head cut off, but he's still pretty much wide awake there, and the skeleton is up there having some fun on the horse. And what you need to do, Geraldine, to really find love is close the door on the past. Okay, it's the old thing: one door closes, another door opens. You've got to there's something that you need to get over from the past that would actually make it hard for you to really feel at one with being in a new relationship. And that is really the only thing that's slowing you down. Don't worry about being almost 68. Honestly, don't. That's not an issue for you. It really isn't. But also the fact that the death card comes up is it's not just advice to close one door so another door can open. It's actually, that's the nature of the energy. That's what we're looking at coming towards you. So I would say yes, pretty conclusively based on that. But it's going to be a whole new ball game, as we say in Britain. I hope you know what I mean by that. It's just going to be almost a new way of life, strictly speaking. Okay, but try not to speak too strictly yourself. That's another good bit of advice. Cherry O, hi Andy, a little late. Well, not to worry, Jerry. As long as you're here, that's great. Rick Gonzalez is here, and hi, and everyone from Camarillo, California. Great, I'm learning all these new places. Brilliant. So we're going out in California. It must be kind of afternoon in California. So great that you're with us, Rick, and thanks so much for coming in. Okay. Yvonne White, thank you, Andy, for being you. Have a great week. You too, Yvonne. Hope you have a real good week. As we go into a new week, and this is always part of the way it is on Sundays, because we always are going into a new week. It's that law of attraction thing, really. If you take a little bit of your meditation time when you go to bed, and even the busiest people, go to bed and they have like 10 minutes, 15 minutes as they're falling asleep to do a little bit of meditative thinking, just try and visualize good things coming towards you in the next week. That way you'll have a better week. But love and light to you too. And thanks for joining us. Gnome de Plume. What will happen when I give notice of retirement? Okay, that's the wrong deck for that question. Let's go into this one for this. We'll use the Bunnies deck, Alice in Wonderland, and the White Rabbit on the back of these cards. These are great cards. They're based on the story of Alice's life, and that is what, like, the metaphor in this deck for the story of the tarot, because the tarot is a story and the tarot is a journey. And when we pull cards, it points to what's going to happen in different stages of our life. So, Gnome de Plume, what will happen when I give notice of retirement? 6 of Pentacles. Right. That's kind of a bit of an out there card. Earthiness, right? You're going to be able to kind of spend much more time in your own way, you know. So you are actually going to be able to retire. I'm feeling a strong earth connection. That's what's really coming to me with this. And the Pentacles are all about earth signs. There is going to be money there for you. Okay. What's going on in this card is Alice has gone to the Mad Hatter's tea party, where it's a tea party that's been arranged by the Mad Hatter and the Mad March Hare. Doesn't matter which one she goes to see, they're both mad. That's what it says in the book about this one. But there is a feast going on, okay? So it's looking pretty good for me. So it's looking pretty good to me when I focus in on this for you, Gnome de Plume. It's going to be good, basically. It's good energy, okay? It's a scary thing, retiring, but you are going to find things to do. I would imagine that because of all the earthiness in this, I think you're actually going to spend time with nature. Maybe you can get your hands in the soil. I'm also seeing a long retirement for you as well. Okay. I think you're going to be asked to I think you're going to be asked to stay on for a while as well. I don't think you'll be retiring as immediately as you might like to, actually. But that is because you've been... I'm saying you've been doing a good job for a long time. I feel sure that your employer appreciates you. Whether they actually show that or not is another matter, because employers are employers and they don't like to give too much of the game away. But I'm seeing a long, happy retirement for you, and I'm seeing it going really smoothly. I really am. And I'm seeing, actually, that you're not going to be poor in retirement either. So I don't know what you're thinking about in terms of maybe making some money after you retire, whether you need to or not. I don't know, but I'm seeing it's stable, it's stable. It's looking pretty good. So thanks for your question, and thanks so much for joining us. Okay. That's interesting, Salma, because people here used to worship Freya goddess, so I think Friday is sacred. Yeah, we have... I'm in Wales, which is in UK, but it's a very different country to England, and we do have a lot of respect for Freya in this country, and also Woden, or Odin, who is like spiritually a twin flame or husband, that kind of character. And so Wednesday is a big day for us too. But yeah, different traditions around the world. It's interesting. It really is. Okay. Laurie Hill, good evening, or good afternoon, or even good morning. Who knows where you are in the world? But a very good day to you, Laurie. I hope your day is good. Love your YouTube channel. Love the fact that you've come to visit me, Laurie. Thanks so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And that goes for everyone, because the subscriptions really help make things keep going. Right. Does the occasional ringing in my ears have spiritual meaning? I'm pretty sure it does. I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm pretty sure it does. When I first learned about that spiritual attunement coming with ringing in the ears, I was working with this deck all the time. It's Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters. So I'm going with this one. I'm going to say yes before I've even pulled a card for you, Laurie. I'm sure it's a yes. Laurie, you might find that you're not sleeping too well. That might go with it. And that is because you're working in your dreams. That's what I hear as I try and tune into that question for you. You're working in your sleep, and that is, that is unavoidable, really, when you're going up in the world, spiritually speaking. Well, not going up in the world, going up in the universe. You're being taken to a place called the Halls of Learning. Okay. And sometimes we remember those dreams, and they're very spectacular when we do. Sometimes we don't remember them, but that's okay. It's all kind of downloading information. Okay, this is the card I've got for you, White Tara, Purification. And that is another aspect of the ringing in your ears. It's a bit like when someone has a singing bowl, a Tibetan singing bowl, or rings a gong, or some people, like I do, have tuning forks that we use to clear the energy. It's clearing the way, and you're going to be doing a lot more spiritual work in the future. Okay, that's what I've got for you. Hope that helps. Purification, White Tara, and you can see the great big Merkaba pattern behind her there, and it's all surrounded by turquoise. So it's about bringing the truth of your own life experiences, bringing them forward into the spiritual significance of what your life is actually all about. It's going to make all the difference. And it's a great time, actually. I almost envy you being at that time, because it's just wonderful. It's so magical. So go with it. It's going to be good. It really is. Okay. Barbara Teresa is with us. Hello to you. And Barbara Teresa says, okay, thank you. I'm getting ready to invest a little money into something. Will I be successful? Well, Barbara, let me ask the pendulum and see what the destiny is on that. I absolutely have to always say this in any questions to do with money, though. This is, it's psychic. It's for entertainment purposes only. I totally believe in this, Barbara, but I've got to say this, and I've got to say there's no guarantees. Okay, but I'm going to ask the pendulum for a yes or a no. Oh, right. Well, the pendulum is giving me a no, okay? But just think again about what you were going to invest in, right? That's what I'm being told at this moment. This is Barbara, isn't it? Yeah. Think about investing in something else. As an example, suppose you're going to invest in Bitcoin. There are loads of other cryptocurrencies, and if you do a bit of research, you'll find out the best cryptocurrency to invest in at the moment. And particularly with those, it's good to invest when they're low, because then the value is going to go up. Don't do what I did and buy some Bitcoin when it's really high and then it comes down, because I've got less money than I had before I invested in it at the moment. How about Dogecoin? Right, I'm being told that is going to go up. It's going to go up and up. All these things come to a cut-off point. I don't know why. It's how the system works. All these things come to it. They're like half it and half it and half it. And it's going to be a lot harder to get into that currency in the fairly near future. I feel it's going to take off, Barbara. All right, but I dare not promise you that that's going to happen. Okay. But yeah, looks like a yes to me. Okay. But yeah, look around. Okay, that was really the message we got from the pendulum there. Look around, find something that rings true with you, find something you're comfortable with, because when you're comfortable with a thing, that shows that you're in tune with it, and your higher self in some way has linked up to whatever is going on and what's going to be going on in the future. So, Barbara, that's my best recommendation I can give you. Okay. Now then. NIO, I have no idea, Twainer. Let's ask the pendulum again, because I don't know that one. How about NIO? I've got mine in the graph and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and none of them are doing very well at the moment. None of those three, anyway. Right. It's going to do okay, Twainer. That was a very, very guarded yes that I got from the pendulum there. It's going to do okay. It's not going to make you rich overnight or anytime soon, but it's going to do okay. It's going to definitely do okay. Okay. I use that word so much. Barbara, you're very welcome. I wish you the best of luck with that. Hope you can hear me. My voice has gone a bit quiet there. Let's bring it back. Let's have a drink of water and bring my voice back. Debbie Fitzsimmons, is there anything the cards would like to tell me? Let's go with an animal spirit guides card on this one. That's what I'm drawn to do right now. Give them a bit of an old shuffle as well. I'm just across the sea from Ireland, so sometimes I use Irish-sounding expressions. Well, we had humpbacked whale last time I got this deck out. Now I've got shark. For Debbie Fitzsimmons, is there anything the cards would like to tell me? This one tells you, Debbie, trust your instincts to discern the truth of the situation. So there's some mystery around you, Debbie. And what you want to do is go with your instincts, okay? It says you've got to do that to discern the truth of the situation. So it isn't exactly as you're seeing it at the moment, right? But you are going to be able to get the measure of it. You're going to be able to work out what's going on if you trust your own instincts, Debbie, okay? Always trust your vibes. There used to be a show on Hay House Radio that started off with the tune, I always trust my vibes. It might have been Colette Baron Reed, Carolyn Miss, I can't remember, but always trust your vibes. That is real good advice for everyone, not just for you, but for you too, Debbie Fitzsimmons. And thanks so much for your question. Hello, Jules C, by the way. Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone who's with us this evening. I'm totally enjoying this one. I'm going to have to actually, yeah, I think when we get to about the 90-minute, the hour and a half stage, I might have to let this one go because it's what is it? It's like 11:30 here in UK, and once I get really tired, the messages get a bit kind of not as good as they should be, and I do like to try and do my best. Okay, but doing a bit of scrolling. If anyone would like a question answered and hasn't actually asked that question yet, or if I've missed it, if I haven't got to, do type it in now, and I'll really, I'll do my best to you at this point. But Laura Carlson, fun to be here, fun to have you here. And Geraldine says, so true. I'm Scorpio rising, and my life has been closing one door and opening another. Thank you very much. God be with you too. God bless you, and God bless absolutely all of you. The Red Hat Society. Red Hat Linux by any chance? Linux. I used to use Fedora. It's my favorite Linux distro. I'm using Linux Mint now. It is brilliant. Guys, if you have any concerns about Windows and security and you don't like Bill Gates or Apple, Linux is a brilliant system. It's very highly functional. I'm on StreamYard. I'm live all over the world using a Linux computer. Linux is a fantastic thing. And Red Hat Society, any tips on what direction of the compass I should move or relocate? That's an interesting question. Right, we're going to ask the question. No, we're not yet. We're going to ask this one. The Aventurine Pendulum, because you're going on an adventure. Going to see which we get the best reaction from. North. Back and forth. Pretty positive. What about south? Okay, what about east? Not much energy for east. What about west? West. Got a yes from the pendulum from west. Thank you, pendulum. Thank you, spirit guides. West. Okay, that's the advice. For entertainment purposes only, by the way, no guarantees. But yeah, I'm saying West, Red Hat Society. And thank you for coming on in this evening. Thank you all for coming in. It's great to be meeting new people. It's one of the best things about YouTube. You sort of network and you meet new people. Highly recommended. It really is. Samson met Doreen Virtue twice in person. She was really nice, unlike that old bat, Diana Cooper. Fair enough. Well, back in the day, I had a girlfriend who she loved Diana Cooper, and I just didn't. She gave me all the CDs of she owned just about every CD that Diana Cooper had ever brought out, and she insisted on like burning them all to CDs for me. And I listened to them all. I just didn't get anywhere. Doreen Virtue, you may have seen by now. You may have seen my video about Doreen Virtue converting to Christianity, and I'm pretty cynical about her as she is these days. But when she was carrying the spiritual torch, when she was really on top of her game about kind of 10 years ago, wonderful. And she helped me no end, you know, listening to her meditations, because she really had spirit with her at that time. Jennifer Durocher, hi, nice to see you, and happy new moon to you too. Barbara Teresa did a workshop with Lisa Williams and loved it. Yeah, great, wonderful. It's a great thing to go on a workshop that really fires you up, you know, and gets things. It sort of when it lifts your heart, it lifts all your own energy, and it really kind of gets you much more in sync with the heavenly vibes, the angel vibes, everything like that, you know. Sharon Lee, yes, too bad about Doreen these days. Yeah, unfortunate, but excuse me. People either burn out or they go the way Sylvia Brown has gone, where she gone, you know, a lot of people just kind of don't like Sylvia Brown because she tells it like it is. But as I said to someone only the other day, at least with Sylvia Brown, you're getting a definite, accurate answer, because she's not going to care if she offends you. So if you get a no from Sylvia Brown, it really is a no. I can't afford her myself, and I don't think I'd go to her even if I could. Just don't like the energy. Adrienne, I'll have a card if you feel the vibe tonight. Okay, I feel the vibe tonight, Adrienne. Let's do it. Let's do Keepers of the Light. Oh, right. Okay. See what we get for Adrienne for AQ. Saint Germain, karma releasing. That's what's going on at the moment. Really the energy of the moment. I don't feel this is like for last week or next week. I feel this is the energy of the moment, Adrienne. This is what's going on. Karma releasing. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. I know you've got big plans going on at the moment, Adrienne, and I wish you well with them. There's a certain need to detach from drama here for you, Adrienne. Right, that's coming up quite strongly here. And Saint Germain is very powerful healing energy, you know. He was able to reincarnate. He's a great ascended master. And he's in charge of the 9th ray, which is the purple ray of healing light. Fantastic energy. And that's the second time you've gotten that card. Hey, well, there you go. No two ways about it, Adrienne. So, Saint Germain. I'm being joined by a cat. You're going to come and say hello? Come on, Marcy's here. Come on. Here she is, look. And say hello. Oh, go on, say hello. Okay. Yeah, a card for Alina. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what we get for Alina. I'm partially cat distracted now, but that's great. My cat is, well, both my cats are kind of familiars, but Marcy being almost, she's a tuxedo, but almost a black cat. She is very strongly a familiar, and she just likes to cuddle up sometimes, which is what she's doing now. So a card for Alina, please. Okay. 2 have come out. Alina? Now then, the first one, hope, love and acceptance. And when I spoke a little earlier, when I first came on tonight, Alina, I really feel that you're on the road to acceptance of what's happening and that you're understanding the cosmic nature of it. You know, and it says here, love is yours, recognize your divine worth, choose loving thoughts. Okay, and that is actually that's partly come in response to the spirit realms. Now, the family members that you've lost, I'm so sorry to hear about that. It takes some time, even though it's timeless in eternity, it takes them a little while to actually be able to communicate through a medium. It's something they have to learn. But when they've very recently passed, they are around usually for a couple of weeks. It varies. It's kind of saying their goodbyes. I don't know how that can be, but I do know that that's how it is. And I do actually feel that they're sending you love through this card, love and acceptance, you know. And the love you have for them will always be a real thing. And they see it and they appreciate it. And the other card that came out, Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace, Alina. And this is letting you know they are actually okay on the other side, as everyone is when they get there, because it's a wonderful place. It says, share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Okay, so Alina, look out for the inspiration, okay, because it is coming in waves, you know, not absolutely constant stream of it, but there are waves of it all the time, and it comes in waves because it's very wonderful energy, and it's easier for us to take it in if it comes in bursts, you know, much easier that way. Hello, Chrissy. Well, I haven't seen you for ages, Chrissy. I'm real glad you got on here tonight. Hey, right, how does Silas feel about me? One card, please. Okay, right. A tarot card, I think, is the answer to this one. It's great to see you again, Chrissy. Chrissy is a bit like Garden Plants, who isn't with us tonight. She was there about early 2019 when I first started doing lives like this. And unfortunately, YouTube changed the rules about going live, so I didn't do it for a long time. But Chrissy, I'm so pleased you're back. You're back in town, and I'm back in town. Right. Card on that one, Chrissy, the Hanged Man. Okay, he hasn't made his mind up, but at the same time, the energy of this card, he is going to have to make his mind up. Okay, you're on his mind, you know. He can't. He's not just going to kind of forget about you, basically. Now then, things are scrolling so fast. I've lost sight of the original question, and it's great if I can actually look at what you typed in at the time. But yeah, sure, I remember you, Chrissy. Yeah, I remember, because your name is actually Crystal, isn't it? And I kept calling you Crystal by mistake. Yeah, I remember. That was a good few sessions. We had a few sessions, and then YouTube changed the rules, and that was that. But yeah, no, he hasn't decided yet. But he can't just forget you. Okay, you're playing on his mind, Chrissy. Okay, so yeah, I think it's going to work out pretty good. It's just not going to be very soon. Okay, sometimes these things have to play on a man's mind, because you wouldn't just be a casual thing to this man, right? He would want to take you seriously, and he would have to take himself seriously, and he doesn't easily take himself seriously. He's a bit of a joker. Oh, you upset him, you feel so bad. Well, don't worry about it, Chrissy. If you get a chance to talk to him, just you have a chat with him, okay? Because yeah, on his mind in a good way, yes. Yeah. Hope that helps. But yeah, talk to him. Don't give up, Chrissy. That is the most important thing. Don't give up. And use your crystals as well, okay? Do a bit of manifestation with your crystals. That's the thing to do. Okay, but it's great to see you again, Chrissy. It really is. Thanks for coming in. Now then. Yeah, I keep seeing Rose Summers' question, then it keeps flying up the screen again. Rose Summers, will I meet a male? Oh, this mouse is rubbish. As soon as I let go of it, it unscrolls itself. Right, I can see it's a yes or no question, so that's what I'm going to do, because my guides know what your question is. Will I meet a male something? I think it was this summer. But here we go. Right. For Rose Summers, what is the answer, please, to Rose Summers' question about will she meet a male? Wow. It took its time, Rose, but it's giving me a very, very emphatic yes at this moment. That's the biggest circles it's done all night. Okay. but it took its time to get started. I feel it might not be exactly summer. I feel that's what it's actually saying to us there, Rose. But I wish you well with that. It's looking pretty good for you. Thanks for your question, and thanks for waiting around, because I'm just so slow to look at everything and see all the messages and stuff. I'm kind of getting used to it because the energy's going up all the time. Twaina's husband asks, Andy, do you see ghosts? I have done, right? I saw quite a few of them when I was a small child, and something happened. I got so scared, it seems to have closed my third eye, and I don't see them walking about. I have to either close my eyes or just be doing a reading, and in my mind's eye, I see them. And I know they're real because I describe them to people when I see them, because I'm a medium. I do this in churches, spiritualist churches, and I'll describe them, and the people will say yes or no, and they usually say yes. So I know I see them, in other words, I see spirit, but I don't really see them as ghosts, Apparently there's a lot of them in my house here, friends who are mediums come visiting when we haven't got COVID-19 going on. Friends come visiting. They'll say, oh, have you seen those people on your stairs? Have you seen those people in the front room? And I'm aware of them, and I communicate with them, but I don't tend to see them, not with my eyes open anyway. Cotton Candy, currently pregnant, but don't know if one baby or twins. Any insight on this? And do you get a gender? Okay. Well, I'm drawn to my cat, and she was twins, so I think so. But let's just bring out the pendulum that deals with these questions, which is this one. It's a Reiki pendulum on a string, so it has to swing about a bit before it kind of zeroes in and gets things done. Right, looks like twins to me, according to this. Okay, gender. At first I got boy, then I got boy and girl. So if they're twins, it could be both. I actually think we're looking at a boy and a girl there, Cotton Candy. That's my insight. No promises for entertainment only, no guarantees, etc., etc. But that's what I've seen there, Cotton Candy. And I wish you the very best with your pregnancy. I feel actually that you're in for quite a good pregnancy. Might have been difficult. I feel there's been some difficulties with your pregnancy, but it's going to go a lot more smoothly as you go forward. Okay, right. A question from Thule Lazuli. Oh yeah, hi Thule. Glad you could make it tonight. Okay. Right, I tried to scroll in my mouse and everything turned purple. Okay. Thule, could you type your question in again? Sorry to be a pain, but I can't find it. Oh, and yeah, congratulations, Cotton Candy. I forgot to use that word. Very important word. Yeah, best of luck with you. Yeah, Thule, if you could type your question again, please, I will do it. And then I'm going to have to be bringing things to a close pretty soon, I think. I don't like to have to do that, but I just think I will. Come on, Thule, type it in. I'm eager to please if I can. My cat's really purring. Can you hear my cat purring in the microphone? I'll give him a purr. I can't see Thule's question. My mouse is absolutely rubbish. I'm going to see if I can find it once again. Is Lucky still thinking of me? Got it. Is Lucky still thinking of me? Right. This is for Thule. Is Lucky still thinking of me? Yeah, that's a yes, Thule. That is a yes. Thanks so much for coming in. Well, guys, I'm going to start bringing this to a close now. I'm going to do one more card for absolutely everyone who is here. And a big love from me to all of you guys. Hi, Elizabeth Fuller. Hi to everyone I haven't said hi to. It's happening so fast I don't see everyone as they come in. But thanks so much for supporting this channel. Thanks so much for supporting me and for bringing your energy here and supporting each other. That's the real importance. That's the real important thing. Carla Rutherford, you're very welcome, and thank you for coming and sharing this with us. Okay. So a card to end on. Look at the bigger picture, folks. Okay. Whatever message I gave you about next week, or may not have given you about next week, this is for everyone watching. This is an overarching card. It'll mean different things to different people, different strokes to different folks. Look at the bigger picture, and it's full moon energy. This is full moon in Sagittarius, so it's real far out reaching energy. Think out of the box, folks. Think outside the box. Blue sky thinking. Make something new happen. Okay, that's the energy for the week ahead. My friends, thank you so much. You're all becoming friends. I'm really getting to know and love all of you. It's brilliant. Really appreciate everyone who's come over in the last couple of days after the show on Celtic Tarot, Sheila. Looking forward to doing something else with another show with Sheila. Probably not the remote view, I don't know, but we're working on some kind of collab in the future, so that's going to be fun. Earth Mama, love and light to you. Erin Son, thank you so much. And thanks to all the moderators, by the way. I really appreciate you guys. And Andy, you got this. Great. Thank you, Rick. Well, I hope you've got whatever it is as well, because you've got good energy, and that's what really matters. So, friends, as our spirit guides step back into the starlit universe, don't forget they're always with you, okay? They go to a higher vibrational rate. We can't see them. They stay in the shadows because it's your time to get on with your life now, but they're always there. They're always close. They never, ever leave you. And this life we're in here is just one of many lives. We're eternal souls. Never forget that, my friends. And keep on thinking positive. So thanks again, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your night or day or whatever's going on. Have a good one anyway. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Love, light, blessings, and peace. And now I've got to use this hand again. So peace. And coming up here and going click.